There's a lot happening right now. This could be the transition into who even knows. This could be the end of the world. We have all of these capabilities right at this moment. It could be a massive technical pivot where tech just explodes. It becomes insane with AI. If AI becomes really good, it could also be the end of the world. Nukes, Iran, who knows? There's just a lot going on. And I know, of course, there's always been a lot going on, and we have time bias, maybe. But what if that's just what the test wants you to think? I think people have valid thoughts about things, and they just get shit on. Oh, this can't possibly be a test. Did you know about yada yada yada? Actually, blah 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 blah. Like, there's always something fighting back. There's always an answer that says you're crazy. I don't get it. Why does that have to be? Why do we just shit on things and not question stuff more? I think, especially with science today, there could be a million possibilities as to what life is, what this world is. People joke about the simulation theory, stuff like that. I say, why joke? It's almost as if we're programmed to discount stuff like that. Oh, you're crazy if you think that way. But what if it is? And the more I think about it, I've read a book recently called The Simulation Hypothesis, and also just been experiencing things. And I'm not trying to sit here and say the world's a simulation, but the message is it's okay to question things and don't discount stuff just because there's an quote-unquote obvious answer to a question. That obvious answer could be complete bullshit. Say someone is really experiencing something profound, like a higher power is actually talking to them. They would be labeled a psycho. And okay, maybe 9 times out of 10 it's actually a psycho. But what about the 1 out of 10? What if that's you? You are that 1 out of 10, like, I don't know, 0.1%. I mean, someone wins the lottery. What if you won the lottery? What if a higher power is actually talking to you and you just think you're insane? And yeah, I think it's okay to question the pro status quo, whatever, pro rata rule. I don't know. It's okay to question those things because who knows when that actually might be happening, that what you're feeling is real. And a thought I've been having recently is in terms of infinity. Assuming you know what infinity is, it'd be kind of weird if you didn't. But yeah, infinity. Or basically just infinite possibility. That number is scary. Just in general, the thought of infinity freaks me out because if there are infinite possibilities in everything, then who's to say that you aren't in that possibility where something is a certain way? For example, a test or a simulation. This is something that's really been freaking me out recently because as our technology improves and we get closer and closer to being able to actually simulate something like this, and it may not happen in our lifetime, but it could in the future. What if that happens? Like, what if we actually pull it off and simulate a world, a universe, and have like Black Mirror type shit where simulated consciousness is no longer just fiction, it's something real? And then as soon as that happens, how are we supposed to sit there and be like, oh yes, but I'm real? I mean, you're as real as that simulated consciousness that also thinks they're real. On top of that, dreams. I'm sure you've dreamt before. Maybe there's exceptions or you're like a gifted dreamer, I don't know, but most people are having lucid dreams a lot, or you've at least experienced one dream that is not lucid where you are not aware you're dreaming and it feels real. Someone out there surely has had a dream. Now, with that being said, You were in that dream. You didn't know it was real until what? Until you were woken up into quote unquote real life, this reality, and you're like, oh, I'm not dreaming anymore. Because surely this is real, and the dream was a dream. What if this is not just a more realistic dream that you won't know until you wake up out of? You could be in a coma for 3 years and not even know it. You look at that flickering lampshade and oh my god, you wake up and your whole life has changed. I don't know, I hear stories about that. I kind of discount it, ignore it, but if that was you actually, if that literally happened to you word by word, and that was your story, who's going to believe you? Who's going to actually listen to that? Fucking nobody. Because that's crazy. But why do we have to label things as crazy? It's almost like someone is telling you what is and isn't crazy. But back up for a second, ignore what society labels as insane, and really question it. Is it crazy that this like, no, if you really were to think about it, like, oh my god, like, say this is coming from your significant other or someone you're really close to, you would think about it differently, I'm sure. At least you'd consider it, weigh it more. Why don't you just always weigh it more? I know, I'm not saying you have to take up mental time in your day to quote unquote weigh it, but just don't discount it as crazy. That makes you feel good. It makes you feel better because there's no way that's real. Even the thought of something like that being real is freaky. So it's easier to just say it's not. I mean, you're watching movies about this all the time. That's like a plot. That is literally a plot in a million movies of someone seeing something, experiencing something, people saying they're crazy, and then the thing gets them or whatever. And we're just taught to always think of that as something that's never actually going to happen, that's not real, etc. When all it might be. I mean, do you really have proof that it's not real? I mean, some things maybe, but not everything. And I'm not trying to get into that fallacy of, you know, just because you can't prove it, that means, no, it's like a fallacy, but just in general, but because you can't prove that it's not real, means you should think about it more. You should think about it a little bit more lightly, or not lightly, deeply. Complete opposite of what I'm trying to say. Because you never know when that thing might be real, and that's what I feel right now. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if anyone else is having this feeling, but just something. I can't even put words to it, but something is different / off / there's a test that I am definitely failing. I don't know. There is something going on. And I want to know what it is, not to do anything about it, but I'm a seeker of answers. I like to know knowledge just for knowledge's sake. I don't need to act on it. So I always have like these games in my head of, if I just, please reveal this thing to me, I swear to you, I will not do anything about it. Like, I don't want to gain anything off the knowledge. I'm just so damn curious. I want to know. You know, if it's a simulation, fine. Just fucking tell me so I know. I don't have to, like, break it. I don't, you know, like, if there's no way out of it, whatever. I just want to know. I'm nosy as hell. I want to know everything. It's fun to know things. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just, like, blabbing here. But more of just a PSA of when you hear things and you're instantly discounting them, don't. Question it. Question what you're being told by anything, by media, by your friends, family. I don't care. Like, try not to have a bias in some of this stuff, or all of it if you can. Question things. Don't take words or don't take statements as true just because people say they are. Flat Earth theory. I'm not saying the world is flat, but that's like a perfect example of something that even I, like, someone were to tell me the Earth is flat, I would instantly label them crazy. There would be no second guess. But what if the Earth actually was? Again, I understand it's not. But that's the kind of thinking that I'm trying to reverse of when someone says something as insane as that, I'm not instantly just denying that thought. out of my own bias of the earth is round. Okay, well, no. Okay, I want to hear it. Like, the earth is flat, fine. What are your points? What am I missing? If I weigh those points and come to the conclusion you're crazy, then you're crazy. But I want to go through those steps instead of instantly labeling something as crazy, because you never know when that point, it might not be crazy. Like, there could be something that's actually real that's happening, and you're discounting because of some predisposed way of thinking, or people are telling you what to think. And I think that's how you can get out of that brain fog, so to speak, that mind wash, is to question things, question reality even. Because who even knows what's actually happening? I mean, infinity is a big number, like I said. There's infinite possibilities of anything, then, well, maybe something is happening that you were previously discounting. I don't know. And yeah, this is more just, I wanted to get that out there, like this feeling of unease, this feeling of, again, not doom gloom, just off, just something that's not right. Something doesn't feel like it did before. Even like a couple years ago, things feel off. I don't know. And I'm not even gonna label that the video, because I don't want to like farm that thought, because I know I see people like say that, but just in general, my own body feels off, like, I don't know, weird vibes, so to speak. And so I challenge you to question things, and like I'm trying to do, question just one thing more than you used to. One apple a day keeps the doctor away. Whatever. Question that. Why? Why does an apple? Look into it. What is the apple doing? Like, is that a real saying? Do I actually need to eat apples once a day? Does that give real benefits? Should I start doing that? Question it instead of doing it. And find out for yourself. Discover those answers for yourself. For things that are possible and make sense. It's okay to question things. And yeah, like, I don't know, this series, like, I've been doing, I'm just yapped until I die, so I'm trying to think of what else to talk about. Get him. Also, this game is fucking great, by the way. Ooh, I like the crossbow. What to get rid of? Commando. I like the glue more. Also, great map this is. I miss old zombies. This map is really easy, so don't worry. I'm not gonna like try to survive too long. And I'm purposely not dying, but I feel like when I talk and get distracted, it's harder to train. It's harder to do anything. I'm not doing these voiceovers as all live commentary, because I think it's cooler and better and no cuts, and I'm just being my authentic self. Every fuck up you hear. And before you say, oh, well, isn't that just a live stream? No, I don't think so, because most live streamers, unless you're small, it's all fake bullshit anyways. Like, personality, I don't know. People just aren't themselves. They feel like they have to do things to get your attention. I don't like the daze effect. Yeah, just question stuff. I'm trying to think of like what other things there are to talk about. I don't know. Maybe not everyone knows what simulation theory is, which is kind of bad. I'm not sure when to explain and what not to. But if you've ever seen The Matrix, that's all that is. It's just the idea that you're living in a computer simulation, and you yourself are a simulated consciousness, not even actually real, quote unquote. I mean, we're real in our sense, but not to the outside world. Yeah. Jeez, I don't know what to talk about. Kind of just, I feel like I finished my thought, and now I should just end the video. But I want to keep this alive. I want to, I don't know, be real. Real is, I don't think I've ever seen a YouTube video where they just don't end it. So I'm just gonna keep playing. I don't know. Just trying to do shit weird. I'm trying to like just play my game, I guess. And you're just here for the ride, or you just stop watching, really. Oh, here's a dog round. Also, anyone miss this shit, like, just in general? Gaming in general is annoying. And yeah, I'm not doing this for the doom and gloom again, but I feel like gaming is definitely ruined, at least from the sense of what it used to be. This is definitely true. I don't think it's nostalgia bait bullshit, where people are like, oh, you're just nostalgic. No, 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 no. Like, basically the entire economy is turned to that, like, turned to profiting everything. I talked about that before, but it's totally true. Just, yeah. I don't know what to talk about. It's kind of awkward, but I don't care. I need to, like, understand that I don't care. Okay, what about embarrassing story? I did not mean to press that. What's something embarrassing that happened recently? Or just in general? Well, I don't know. Okay, I guess I could talk about that. Like, not embarrassing story, sorry. I can make that another video if someone actually cares, but something that I've read recently that you should definitely read is this book called The Power of Now. And if you don't understand what that is, basically it's just this book that talks about consciousness and being aware of your present moment. So, stepping back for a second, I'm sure everyone's experienced this. You're anxious about something, or maybe you're walking down the street / driving, and you can't remember, like, the past minute because you're lost in thought. Or just going to bed at night and you can't go to sleep because you're thinking about the thing you did 10 years ago. The embarrassing story made me think of it. Yeah, that shit sucks, right? There's a way out of it. It's called being in the power of the now. Being aware of your presence, aware of your consciousness. Basically, this whole idea of the thoughts in your head aren't actually you, you're just hearing the thoughts. So, instead of thinking you are the thoughts, you are actually just hearing them and you can weigh them. For example, you start thinking about something scary that's going to happen in the future. And then all you have to do is question yourself. What is currently happening in this present moment that I should be afraid of? You look around and you're like quickly realizing, oh my god, wait, nothing. There's literally nothing happening. I'm sitting on my couch. I am on my phone. No one's attacking. There's no danger. So why feel like shit or anxious about something that's not even fucking happening? If it's something you can change in the moment, fine, change it. But if it's something happening 2 weeks from now, if there's not anything you can actively do about it, why freak out? I don't know, I feel like that makes sense. Like, why freak out? If it's not actually happening to you, you're good. Like, you can breathe. And yeah, basically the book just talks about that and how you're okay. That's the ray gun. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just distracted right now. You know, I feel like I just want to end the video here. Genuinely, just because, I don't know, I just don't really feel like talking anymore. And so I'm not going to force myself to continue making a video. But I'll still upload this because why not? I don't know. You know, if anyone actually makes it to the end of this and still wants to hear me talk after all that, I will talk more. I just don't know. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't feel like talking, so that's why I'm ending it. Not because I'm having an expectation that someone needs to be listening. But yeah, I think that's it, man. I'm just gonna end it here, and I love you guys, and I don't know. If anyone's out there and just wants life advice or has questions about things, I'm currently 27. I don't know what to talk about, but I want to talk about things that are fun, but more importantly, I want to talk about things that help others. So maybe there's something out there that I can do. And also, crap, someone's messaging me for work. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna end it here. I got some work stuff to do now. And yeah, just I don't know. Let's make it the audience choice. Someone got a comment, something they want to hear about. Money, finance stuff, like relationship advice. I don't fucking know, bro. Anything you have a question about. I'm also a tech nerd. I like anything techie. Yeah. Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Have a good one.